listening to Party Nerds Weekly.
What it do, everybody? It's your boy Ralphie, and that is right. I am the captain of this ship. What's going on? I am here with...
Whoa, we got another round.
Okay, and obviously the little one just jumping in the background. Haz, our light-skinned friend, will be here shortly. Of course, you know, Haz is light-skinned lateness as per usual, but we won't get into that. And then James is over there. He has an important function to be at, so he won't be able to be with us this evening. But I know wherever he's at right there, he's going to have a great old time tomorrow. Good luck to the little one. But yeah, Jorge, again, we got a nice little action-packed show today. Where we're going to be talking about basically how we feel about IronHeart.
A lot of mixed reviews.
Yeah, it's kind of up and down, basically. And, you know, I have my little monologue. I'll say when we get to that section, I have a little monologue to say, but you know, we'll definitely get a take as to how we're feeling about it, and then we'll get into the comments of those. But of course, we're gonna have to go, you know, get some of our current news out of the way. We know there's certain things that happened, not in a couple of days. For instance, let's go ahead and jump right into F1. F1 actually did pretty well in the box office. He had actually a good old hit where that movie worldwide so far, hear this out, worldwide has 146 million.
Holy crap, man.
146 million. So definitely for a sport that's on the up and rise, well, not on the up and rise, it's been major. It's just for, you know, people who weren't familiar with F1.
Well, the U.S. is starting to finally get into F1, right?
Well, yes. So this is a nice segue into it. So if you guys remember last week when I was giving kind of like my little review about it, you know, for those that didn't watch Drive to Survive or, you know, or didn't know anything about it, this is a nice segue to kind of get you into the film. Because although it's, you know, it is a make-believe team, it's not like another party. What up, Mark? How are you, my boy?
Yo, show enough.
Showing up was good, my boy. Everybody up in the chat, what's going on, chat?
But I never would have thought there would be F1 bars and arcades. Pop it up.
The F1 bar, the F1 arcade in Philly or anywhere, it's super fun. Like I'm willing to do like a whole group event if we needed to do that. Is F1 better than Driven with Stallone? Yes, especially.
Well, you have to. Storyline wise, or it's your special effects?
I mean, I'll even take it for it. I went into watching that movie making sure, like I said, I was unbiased. I didn't want Rush. I didn't want Driven. Like I said, I wanted a clean slate. And I can tell you it wasn't none of the two. Like at the time, maybe with Driven, it could have had better promotion, but it wasn't kind of like, it didn't kind of reach out to you unless like now, again, you can kind of relate to it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's, you know, Stallone versus Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt didn't play that whole, oh, I'm kind of old, but I'm getting into a cheese young buck type of thing. He didn't give that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He definitely didn't present that. It was just a brilliant take on an original story of what F1 is now, which is, again, it's a team sport where it's not just based on the drivers. You know, you got the pit crew, engineers, the people who run the stuff as well too. It gave you a nice little, you know, sprinkling of all of that.
That's good, man. It's like a whole team vibe, like X-Men '97. It was about a whole team, not just Wolverine.
Exactly. Yeah. So I hope everybody understand that. You know, the show is more than Wolverine, right? I mean, just want to make sure everybody understood that. So yeah, there's definitely, you know, like I said, definitely if you haven't seen it, I would encourage you all to definitely go and see the F1 movie for sure. Like I said, it's definitely worth it. Return of the Cole Trickle. So, and what up, Mello? How are you? So then kind of goes into the next news, because if you guys didn't know already, you know I'm the car guy of the Party Nerds. Yeah, I'm the one that deals with all the racing and all that types of stuff. In other news,
Integra supercharged, huh?
You know, just all that. Fast and Furious' own Vin Diesel. Okay, Vin Diesel was out at a function with Tyrese, and it looked like what's his face? It's Paul Walker's brother. I forget what his name is, but they were out in an event, okay? And basically, Vin Diesel was on stage. He got kind of really antic, and he got really hyped with the crowd, and he basically was talking about the second sequel that's going to end, by the way, because we all needed to find the end. Was talking about what he wanted for Fast and Furious 10 Part 2. So,
Wow.
Corey, did you hear anything about this? Did you see anything about this before I even jump into it?
I just saw Vin Diesel. He looks like 30 pounds heavier. He looked like Vin unleaded, not Diesel.
I'm gonna tell you like this: his neck reached his back.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not trying to talk. We all gained a little bit of weight here and there. His neck was his back. That's basically what we see.
But the thing is, when is it gonna end? Is it going once it officially ends? Is it going back to Hobbs and Shaw?
No, don't reference that. Don't reference that film ever again. For sure, Vin has definitely been snacking because, like I said, he wasn't Brian getting a spinoff. Mello, I will cancel.
With the AI today, I'm not even surprised if this happens.
I will personally get up there and cancel that whole thing.
It could be the anime, So
I mean, now you're onto something. Hey,
exactly.
You are definitely onto something. If we have a Fast and Furious anime, I'll be first to talk about it and first to watch it. Because you know why? Fast and Furious is life, and we don't turn your back on family.
That's right.
But to kind of get back to what he was saying, basically, long story short, he was talking about what our expectations are, what we can expect for what he wants. He can't race, he's going to add too much weight, and that is an actual fact. What he wants in the next movie, and this was basically the demand, because from my understanding, it's an estimate of 2027 is when it's supposed to be released. And in what he demands, because he's listening to what I guess the crowd wants, which is it has to, bring back the street racing aspect. Because again, we deviated from all of the street racing, and for what it's worth. They really need to stop. One more detail after this one coming up. Hold on a second, brother. I got you. Hold on. But they want to bring it back to LA. Okay, they want to bring it back to LA where it started, which is cool. I like that aspect. Thank you, because I'm tired of us thinking we're going to go to space. At one point, I thought we were getting caught in the Infinity War.
The crossover announced.
You know what I'm saying? But thank goodness, if that's the route that we go, I'm for it. The second thing, like I said,
they're getting humble. They're going back to stealing DVD players.
I mean, yeah. The TVs and the DVD combos and all that type of stuff.
Those heavy ass TVs? How do they fit in that Honda Civic when they're stealing that truck?
There's a lot of boot space. There's a lot of boot space in that Civic. But they also wanted to bring back the street racing. So if the street racing wants to get back put into it, he's trying to bring all of that element. Race Wars, exactly.
They bring back Race Wars? Oh, over.
OG. We won't get the bodyguard.
Too soon, Junior.
But last but not least, this is the one that threw me all the way off. Right, this is the one where again we're implementing technology of today, but they want finally Dom and Brian to link back up.
Yes.
Okay, that's basically kind of like the cherry on the top. And for me, Vin Diesel saying it's a family goal. That is, hey,
in the quarter mile.
That nice. But that's the cherry on top. What's going on, Big? Which I'm kind of interested in kind of seeing how that's going to turn. Again, if they're utilizing Paul Walker's brother, are they going to, again, AI his face? If he's going to even say anything, is he going to just make a small cameo? Who knows? But it's just...
Instant Mellow brought up a great comment.
Oh.
Our boy Hector.
Oh, Black. I heard they might have spoon engines as well, Mello. They might have spoon engines as well.
Hector,
but
man.
It's one of those things where we're in today's, society where there's an essence of nostalgia. And that's a real one. I'm sorry to stop. Mark, you said that. Bring back Leon, because I have no idea what happened to Leon. Leon turned around in that Civic and never came back. We need to make sure he gets brought back in that one.
Well, listen, it's not official. If this movie comes out, Ja Rule has to do the album.
Goodness, no. The Bow Wow. They did bring Bow Wow back. Remember, he was in Fast 9.
Yeah.
He was there, but again, we transitioned. Hey, how's it going on, brother? How's it
going, man? Yo? What's up?
Yeah, they gotta bring. If Ja Rule does the album, it's over.
Ja Rule was supposed to have an album when he got out of jail.
Gotta bring Don Omar back.
Yeah, well, Don Omar and Tego, they definitely need to bring them back. But all in all, there's a lot of things that if they're bringing this franchise back, like I said, and you're bringing it to Brian and Don Beaton, it's going to be an essence of nostalgia, which is, like I said, it's going to either be great or it could be kind of like, I don't know how to feel about it. But when we cross that bridge, we'll cross that bridge. It's just finally, it's time to put it to rest. That's basically where I'm at. I can admit where it's too much, and that's how somebody who was doing Jurassic Park should have probably said, you know what, this is too much. Fast and Furious this is
the new. Well, the upcoming. Will they need The Rock? Will they need The Rock in it?
Well, they gave him a sneak peek in the last one in the end credits, so kind of showing that Vin Diesel and The Rock's relationship is kind of mended. So I'm sure they'll incorporate him, but at some point where it's like, all right, we don't need this brother no more. We need to get back to what it is, and kind of, like I said, push through to the final end of this whole saga, because this is enough.
That's right.
Ralphie, that's wow.
I can admit it as well too, where, like I said, it's enough. But that's kind of like my take on that.
That's all right. All I know is the Buster cut me out of handcuffs. He just went back to the fort.
Take the Corona, right?
Buster brought me back.
Sponsored by Corona.
You can have anything that you want as long as it's a Corona.
Took that other brother's Corona and wiped the top.
Yeah.
I'm over here thinking to myself, ew. That's nasty. Ew. Well, anyway, that's some of the current news that's happening on my end. And Haas, do you have any other current news since you just blessed us with your presence here? What are some current news that you've been hearing along there?
Nothing, man. Let's get into
Let's get into
Ironheart. Man. That's why
before I dive into it. And again, I wanted to sit there and also mention this before I give everyone not kind of an apology. Not an apology, but a disclaimer. First off, Squid Games. If you haven't been watching Squid Games, y'all need to get on that now. Just get it out. Get it out the way. Go watch some Squid Games. I hope they saw the moment EV started releasing and then being shocked at like this. Yeah, it's not really all that. We don't got to worry about EV. Before I go ahead, I was one of those advocates. I wanted to get this off my chest. I was the advocate basically in the group and all of the cast that had to make sure that we all go see Ironheart. Yes, you got to be out there. We got to support Ironheart and all that type of stuff. And I tasked everyone to make sure that they were able to do their homework. Now, we're here. And I'm gonna go ahead. And what? Well, I'm gonna get there.
I'm just ad-libbing. Go ahead.
So we're here, and that hype that was up here, I just gotta deflate it sometimes. I get a little bit excited for new things, and that's a normal. You know what I'm saying? I'm Ralphie. I'm gonna get hyped for a lot of things, and this was the one I didn't really need to get too excited about. Obviously, I'm gonna let Haas, you can go off first off of your tangent, but I just wanted to get that off my chest that I'm sorry. And if you see me get overly too hyped sometimes, tell me to calm it back. Y'all have in these comments all the time. Tell me to dial it back. It's okay. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. There is a reason Marvel didn't give care to this show, man. There is a reason. They knew. This is why they came out with. They didn't want to give us all the episodes. They were like, we're gonna give them 3. But then they realized, hey, man, we can't let this shit drag out either. So we're gonna give them another 3 next week and end this shit. Like, it is now. It's not Riri's fault. Not Riri Williams. It's not her fault. She's only doing what was written for her. But the show is so unnecessary in life. Like, we do not need this show. And I'm convinced that the writers, and I could be wrong, but I'm convinced by the way the dialogue is, it's just like, it's like a bunch of white folks. It was like, all right, how do Black people communicate? And we're gonna write it the way we think they communicate. And it was just like, it sounds so unnatural. Like I was throwing, when what's homegirl said houseway,
Oh,
I was like,
shit.
oh man, y'all trying too hard, man.
Oh shit. Oh wait, hold on. I got some of this.
Funny as shit. It's too black for Ralph. Nah, but on some real shit, man. Like, when she said houseway, I was turning that shit off, man. I'm going to sleep. Cause it was like y'all doing too much, man. First of all, not people saying houseway anymore. All right. We're not out here saying that is the old term, which is cool. But then they had like, there was like a scene where the mom was just like, word. Like, what? Come on. The moms was just like, word. And it's cool because I say word, but it's just like, it just didn't fit. I don't know if y'all understand. It's just, there's a flow. It's like a natural flow when you talk. Everybody has a natural cadence when they talk. And it was just like, they wrote it in a way that was just like, we want to make sure we hit these slang words that we hear all these brothers and sisters say. Like let's we're gonna draw them in and get them with the slang words, and then we're gonna make sure to keep it cultural, and they're gonna know it's a Black show because we're gonna throw in hip hop and we're gonna do that and do this. It was just like, yo, the shit was like crazy. And so I'm looking at the authenticity of it. And for me personally, it just seems like they forced a lot of cultural aspects to it where it could have been natural. If they had better writers, it'd just been natural and I wouldn't be talking about this shit. And then the other thing, like, I do not care. Like, I'm not caring that Riri she got kicked out of school and shit like that. Like, it's just like, this is it. We need shit to connect to the bigger part of the universe, man. And it's just like, I don't care that she got kicked out of school. Like, she's smart as fuck. Like, she's gonna build her suit and she's gonna be all right. Like I don't like the villains, the cousins, and all, like, I don't like it. Like, I don't like the hood. He's corny. Like, I and now, like, we're gonna waste Mephisto on this hood character. We all the times we thought Mephisto was gonna pop up, we're gonna have him pop up in this show. It's not a good show, man. Like, it's just not. Like, it's nobody's fault. It's nobody acting's fault. It's the writers. It's the story. It's how they're trying to connect it to the bigger universe. Like, it sucks. Like, and it's a waste. And it's just like, we didn't have to come out with this shit, man. Either don't come out with nothing or something better. We gotta, like, it is for some people, like, yeah, cool, let's use characters that nobody really knows and see if we can make a great story out of it. But y'all been doing it so much, Marvel. Like, y'all not pulling this shit off. Like, you're not. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's like that and Echo, like, bad shows to put on, man. Like, bad shows. Like, they're trying to save. See, this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to save money, right? By, as far as production. Like, all right, we're not gonna, we don't get big actors for the shows. We're gonna get these unknown characters. If it hits, then we can recoup all this money back, right? Without even spending. So you gotta pay to play. Like, I'm sorry, y'all gotta pay to play, man. Y'all gotta pay these big actors. If you want a good Marvel show, get a good character, get a good actor, and run that. Like, I don't want to see Riri Williams try to figure out why she got kicked out of school and shit. Like, show me why motherfucking Doctor Strange is trapped trying to take care of incursions. Like, give me that movie. That's what I want. That's connected to the universe, right? Why are we wasting time on the mutants? Might as well just hop to it. It's the multiverse anyway. Just hop to it. We should have excellent shows. Like, you want to build the X-Men up? Take a 6 episode of each character that's going to make up the main X-Men. I bet you that shit hit. It's too many characters. Bet you that shit hit. The villains are cool. This shit's gonna hit. Can't take Ironheart and Echo and give them their own platforms, man. They are side characters. They only work as side characters. This only gonna work. And so here's the thing I'm also learning online. And this is a problem. This is a problem that's gonna happen because we want, like, black folks, we want to support. We do. So some people are just gonna like shit because they're like, we gotta support it without even actually dipping down. So I see a bunch of people that are like, oh, yeah, I like the show. What you call? They want to like the show because they want to support it, and I get that. But we gotta be real with, like, what we're watching. Like, it's not a good show. Like, it's not. It's uninteresting. It's not exciting. Like, I dig what I do dig. I do dig the best friend AI. I dig that. It's a play off of. I dig it in a way. Because it's a play off of Tony Stark and shit like that. But the only reason they're doing that because they can't pay Tony Stark. So that's the problem. Tony Stark was the AI, right? So in the comics, and they showed a flash of that in Endgame at the end, right? So that's a Tony Stark thing, but they're not going to pay Tony Stark to be in the episodes, so they're going to make it the best friend. I dig that, but it does not mean it's not good enough for the show. Like, I'm not tuning in the show to see our AI, and then I'm not tuning in the show for that. Like, I'm not. I think it would have worked better with Riri being a side character and her having her AI as a side character in, like, a third Black Panther movie or whatever. She could be in the Falcon movie. She could have been, you know what she could have been? She could have been in the Captain America Brave New World movie as a side character with her AI. It might have made Captain America better. I don't even know. But her being the main character, the Hood being the villain, then we got probably Mephisto coming up in the next 3 episodes. I'm not liking what they're mixing together, man. So, to me, show's not good enough. It's not entertaining enough. It's fucking boring. I can't keep my attention, so I got to keep rewinding because I want to hear things, but I'm losing my attention. It's like we're wasting money and time, and it's not good momentum going into Fantastic Four. Like, we need good momentum, man. And it's just like, y'all got to stop wasting. You got to stop wasting all this film and shooting and money on projects that nobody wants. Nobody was knocking on the door like, oh my God, we need an IronHeart story. No, we don't. We never did. Nobody asked for it. Nobody wanted it. Like, they're still trying. And that's the problem. They're still trying to capitalize off of, like, that first Black Panther movie. Like, oh, we're gonna get all the Black folks to come out and support it. Like, that's what they're doing. So we're gonna make it extra Black, and this, that, and a bit. And it's like, dog, like, I'm hip to your game, yo. You're like y'all gotta take, if y'all gonna do these Black projects, y'all better take the same care y'all did with Black Panther. It's not enough for Ryan Coogler to be the executive producer. Like, he should have ran this whole show. Should have been the showrunner. Should have ran this whole show. I bet you, if you wanted to do Ironheart and make that a franchise or however they wanted to do, should have had Ryan Coogler run the whole shit. Not just executive produce, because he didn't really have a hand in his names on it. He should have been there actually as the director of each episode if you wanted to give it that care, because he would have gave it that care. And I bet you we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But again, that costs money too, because you got to pay Ryan Coogler to do that. So if you can't have these half-ass shows with these half-ass characters. It's not going to work. You're not fooling nobody. And more power to people that want to support the show because of cultural reasons. But I'm not here to break it down for cultural reasons. I'm not telling you if it's a good show or not. To me, you don't need to watch the show to move forward in the MCU. It is unnecessary. I watch everything in the MCU because I need to stay up to date. Doesn't mean I want to, right? So in the last few projects, like this Echo and the fucking Captain America Brave New World, Thunderbolts was good, but not really my cup of tea, especially with that third act. But it was good. I'm not going to lie and say it wasn't good. Just that third act was trash and whatever. And then this project, like, I could have done away. I didn't need any of those projects I just mentioned. I didn't. They could have did Captain America 4 way better, or not did it at all. The Thunderbolts, unnecessary team. We didn't need them. They're not gonna, because the Thunderbolts are not gonna hold so much weight once we get to these Avengers movies.
Right.
Stupid. It was just a movie just to say they're the new Avengers. Stupid. It's a stupid idea. Echo. What is Echo's role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? We already have Daredevil. We already have Kingpin. Why was she even part of the Netflix character side of the MCU? Like, why are we putting so much emphasis on Echo? Number one, she's deaf. She can't hear shit. All right. So that's going to be hard. That's a hard play to do 5-6 episodes, right? Sign language, right? Now, the main character can't talk. Cool. No problem. But you got to get real creative with these shows to keep me interested. And no knock for people that can't hear. Like, our hearing's going bad. I don't care. But, yeah, we have a deaf character with no, like, they had Kingpin as a villain and couldn't cap it off. Now, you had a good villain, and you couldn't pack it with the story. Story sucked. Like, and then they had all these powers. Like, the women of her family have all these weird powers. It don't play right on television. It didn't play right. Captain America 4 was a Hulk movie. Like, why are we even calling it Captain America 4? Do you know what they did? They did that because of legal reasons, because they couldn't do another Hulk movie with the Hulk because Universal is not playing. They have a spat with Universal, and Universal won't allow them just to make the movie. Let's do a Hulk movie. So they made a Hulk movie with Captain America in it. It was not a Captain America movie. It was not even a real Hulk. It's the Red Hulk. Like, it's stupid. And it's a waste of a Red Hulk. We should have got a Red Hulk in a different way. And we should never got him in the trailers.
Yeah.
But Marvel is fucking up. So as long as they're going to fuck up and do the shit, I'm going to call them out on it. Every time.
So Show Enough says IronHeart was not bad. It should have been reshot for continuity with the current MCU. View it as a semi-standalone show, and it won't seem as bad. So another kind of perspective. Mark says, an executive producer oversees the project from start to finish and provides financial stakes. So Kugler gave his approval, which I also will kind of feel like I can add my little 2 cents as well too, because if you're watching the story, and like I said, to sum it up, and for those that haven't seen it, especially all of you ex-viewers, shout out to all 30 of y'all, hello. Again, you got this writing where we're based in Chicago, but the dialogue is so bland. It's literally Wonder Bread. And my whole take of seeing it so far is I can see the Kugler effect, and I said this before when we were talking about Sinners, and I can see all of that, and like the power and all that, right here with the culture. I see his effect. So I'm giving the cinematography an A because I'm like, well, this shit looks good. It seems cultural appropriate and all that types of stuff. But then the acting just is D level for me. It's literally watching the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean try to mesh, and it just doesn't. It's just two things that are just not.
The dialogue fucking sucks.
It's just not. And again, it's like, we're doing a great job with pulling up and trying to be there, but we also got to kind of admit certain realness to it. You picked up some Chicago dialogue. Well, kudos to you, because I just like I was like, I kind of fell asleep on 2 of the episodes, and I had to rewatch it. And to even say, like, my take was, even with the AI, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of the whole AI being there, being the best friend, and learning off of that. It's way too close to reality of what we're dealing with right now. Because, granted, her best friend and the father passed away from whatever violence and stuff like that happened.
Stepfather,
excuse me. But the AI
that's another thing too. Why she got to have the stepfather?
Hey.
Everybody else got to. Why she got to have the stepfather? Which is cool. Being a stepfather, I got 2 stepfathers. It's awesome. But why she got to have the stepfather? That's what I'm saying, man. You throwing shit in my face. Stupid.
And then you have
where's her daddy at?
learning. the AI learning of her history and just exploiting it out. So once again, we have technology, AI, aka Jorge's best friend, just gathering all personal information, putting it into your face as if this person didn't go through any type of traumatic experience or whatever the case may be. So we're just supposed to be okay with it. Then there's a whole bunch of other stuff with the crew and whatever the case may be, where not for nothing, Disney. I didn't want to sit there and say like some of the incels are kind of correct of you're trying to push this into our face, but you're kind of trying to push it into our face, aren't you? I didn't want to be the one to do it, but it feels way too close to that. And again, I'm cool, but at the same time, I'm just like, bruh, I get it. Like, all right, give me the show. I thought, like I said, all of the CGI as far as the suit, like I said, it's cool and whatnot, but once again, this is just watching two things just not mesh. And I'm at a certain point where I'm just like, if this just gets pushed to the side, I can understand. Like I said, it has nothing to do with Riri and her acting or whatever the case may be. It's just horrible writing, horrible timing. And you said it, you literally hit the nail on the head. Marvel, you have a movie that is coming out next month. Your movie is Fantastic Four. You are bringing the Trinity basically back to play, and you are losing the traction that you had. So why are we doing this to you? Why are you shooting yourself in the foot?
I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. Why does this character, not the actress, why does this character have its own show? Like, why?
And I'm watching Wakanda Forever. Don't get me wrong. I've started rewatching Wakanda Forever just to kind of go through there. And, as I'm watching Wakanda Forever, I can understand, like, the whole, again, for Riri being, like, not only, like, some comedic relief as well, too, because you needed something a little bit funny, but, her character was cool as a side character. It was cool where she was kind of, like, right there. Putting her on the forefront, unless you really had something that, again, ties into what's coming up, I don't think this is necessary at all.
Yeah, dog. Not everybody can be Debbie Ruffin, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Because I ain't come here to see Otis, nigga. I ain't come here to see Otis. I ain't never come here to see Otis.
Think about the backlash
Give me David Ruffin, motherfucker.
Received if they left IronHeart on the cutting room floor, which is true. But once again, sometimes you need to get your whipping.
This is why I'm on this DC kick, bro, because they realized that Batgirl shit was gonna suck. And they were like, yo, we shot the whole movie, it's never coming out. We're never letting anybody see it. Fuck it. They finally figured it out. Like, you know what? We've been coming out with some bullshit. We shot the shit. Fuck it. We're gonna eat it. We're gonna eat it. We're gonna eat it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes some of your best moves is not a move at all. It's not making the move. And sometimes, and I think this is the case, Marvel should have never did this show, man. They should have never did this show. Like, that's how mad I am. I can't even keep my camera up.
You got the emotions when you hit the desk.
Yeah, like, because, like, dog, we gotta watch this shit, man. Like, I gotta watch this shit. Like, I'm not interested.
Get her own show. Yeah, she should have not gotten her own show either, but people ate that ish up. I was one of them.
No, listen, I never needed a Miss Marvel show, but the Miss Marvel show is better. Like, I'm sorry, it's just a better show. They gave more care to that show. I don't care what it is. Like, that show is better.
And that is a better show. You can kind of feel it where a bit of the writing also, it wasn't kind of like, as you would probably say, whitewashed almost, where it was like, oh, you're forcing lingo into my face. Like, bro, yeah, it wasn't. Yeah. You got to understand the culture of Miss Marvel. Again, it's in Jersey City, so it's relatable as well too. And for me, like I said, I ate it up because it was kind of like a Marvel Disney show that gave you that feeling of this one as again, you've been hitting excellent points. So she got to have a stepdaddy. What happened to the real dad? Like what? Like,
yo, why does her character have to have a stepdad? This is, like, I have not seen any stepdads in the Marvel Cinematic Universe yet. Now she gotta have the stepdad.
You got it right on.
Like I
here.
don't understand. Like why couldn't Carol Danvers why couldn't Captain Marvel have the stepdad? Like why she gotta be the first character with a stepdad? And it's nothing wrong with stepdad. I have 2 stepdads.
But
Like there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying on a cultural aspect, it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this in Chicago in the hood, and she's gonna have a stepdad, and then her stepdad's gonna die, and their best friend's gonna die. Like, nah, I'm not feeling that. Like, why can't we have a better like every character now listen, in the comics it's like it's the same, like it's accurate. So I'm not knocking it. But I'm not knocking it from that aspect. But visually seeing it for the show, they could have said that was her dad, bro. Like her actual biological father for the show. They didn't have to leave the stepdad element in there. You know what I'm saying? Like they could have said that was like her actual dad for the show. They've changed so many things from print to the screen so many times. So many aspects changed. Origin stories, all kinds of stuff. Changed characters, changed genders of characters, races of characters. They could have she could have had her dad pass her actual biological father. Not the typical story of, well, yeah, this stepdad stepped in and did the job of the father wasn't there or the father got killed. Like, I didn't need all that, man. There's so many shows like that in that's not a part of like Marvel that already do that. So why are we tapping into that aspect?
Well,
it's bad enough her best friend died too. So
yeah,
now
it was just like those 2 got hit, but then she's just the only one that managed to make it out.
Yeah, so I don't like the shit. Like I don't like that. Like I don't know. I'm watching. I'm watching for authenticity. Like if you're gonna do the show, like do it authentic.
That's
like
true.
It is. The dialogue has to be authentic. I don't care what region of the country it is. There's still a cadence of how people talk.
It was good, right?
I've been around the whole country multiple times. Like I understand people's different ways of how they talk, and it is not fluent. I'm sorry, it's not. It's like it's like the actors are not comfortable saying the words in the proper cadence. Like they're not. It's forced in. It's stupid. Like it's stupid. I'm sorry, it's stupid to me. It's stupid. And
like British actors posing as inner city gangsters when they.
It's. I mean, It's just not. It was doomed. It was doomed when they announced it. It was doomed when they announced it. And this is why, like you keep talking about this Blade movie. I'm telling you, we don't need a Blade movie. I'm trying to tell you, you're trying to force it. We don't need it. Blade can work if it's listen. It's gonna take for Marvel to do a Blade franchise. They need to hit home runs first. If you want to, because now, and Blade might work as a show more so than a movie. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I can believe
it might
that.
work more so as a show. It might. But if you don't do Blade right, it's not going to hit. Like,
yeah.
Because now we're talking about vampires. We just seen the damn, what was that? Morbius movie. That didn't go right. So you want to tap into the vampires. Now, we just had Sinners. You want to ride those Sinner coattails and do it right and give it love and story. And you do that, then Blade will work. But they don't put the same type of love. But they basically got to give that shit to Ryan Coogler, huh? You know, like basically give that shit to Ryan Coogler and you make a Blade movie.
But is that
you did
is
Sinners?
that
you do it. If you do it, then
but that's the problem now. Are we saying that cultural projects only work with Coogler then? Because
it shouldn't. It shouldn't
exactly
just be him.
right. But it just sounds like, oh, if you want something to be successful, because again, based off of Sinners and Wakanda Forever, is Marvel just gonna be like, all right, well, we need to hit on this other aspect, so Coogler, sign on up. Like I feel like that's kind of wild.
Yeah. Oh, let's see what Stray talking about.
The biggest problem I have is that they keep portraying black people as enemies with each other. I promise you, if Ironheart was a real person walking around my neighborhood with a suit, everyone helps her. I guess we'll figure that out. But I mean, like I said, she was walking around with the whole suit in the middle of the street. Like, I keep thinking about like the whole Iron Man reference, like, oh yeah, I'm Iron Man. Well, it's her just kind of saying, yeah, I'm Ironheart, and you're walking around with the suit on. Like, where's the element? Where's the element of surprise? I just don't see it. So that's just me, and that's my take.
I
more
don't
than
like
sure.
I don't like the current status of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I just don't. I don't like it. It's been way too inconsistent. Just way too inconsistent, man. Ever since Endgame.
We got a long road. Road.
It is rough, man. Like it's rough. I'm not excited like I used to be for when this shit used to come out, man. Any of these shits. I am not excited. Oh yeah, the fucking mixtape. Yeah, man. This show sucks. I don't care what nobody says.
As much as I want to sit here and hear how much
at me. Like it's fine. At Haas Diesel. Like I don't care. This movie.
He's really
show
not
sucks.
with the show, yo. I just want y'all to know he's really not with the show. So
because we gotta hold a standard. How many times I gotta tell y'all we gotta hold the standard, man? Like as much as we shat and shitted and shutted and whatever words that sound like shit, we shitted on DC so much for the same shit. We cannot let Marvel off the hook. They're giving us bullshit, man.
Well, that's where Superman's gonna come in. Okay, we're gonna see how Superman prospers.
Monday, going to go see Superman on Monday.
I mean, they're gonna go see it. It was very limited. I ain't getting that. I work, unfortunately, but I'm excited.
You're doing the show on Monday. I'm going to go see Superman, and I'll talk. I'm not here.
So with that being said, Jorge, we all put up the question out there. You know, we wanted to see how are we feeling about Ironheart.
Jorge's in 5K today.
Oh yeah, the way that he is lighting is perfect.
He's looking very cinematic.
Oh man, thank you. It's a new set, baby. I'm still in the work. You know?
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a virtual AI set. Just wait.
Yeah. This is. I'm interested. This is good.
We'll have Natalie basically over there. But how are we feeling about Ironheart?
Yeah, how y'all feeling?
I'm pretty sure we're gonna go with Facebook first, or
man,
but it's gonna be rough. I'm pretty sure, and I don't blame him. All right, Anthony, Your Majesty says not gonna watch it. Nothing from the MCU since Endgame has been good, except maybe Shang-Chi. A. Bergie says, and even then, the ending of that movie was mid as fuck. Damn.
I'm not like this is what people think, man. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Just getting started.
Oh, my boy, Kid, let's go. 8 pounds.
My boy Kid.
8 pounds of dog shit in 2-pound bag. Oh,
I'm telling you, man.
This is the first time I can actually agree with you, buddy.
Real ones know.
I'll just be supporting, but I agree with you, Kid.
Yeah.
Big Daddy Mark says, man.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Won't watch it.
You don't have to. And you don't have to. You're not missing.
This is definitely Instagram. Don't blame. Woo! Here we go. G Dish says she's not a hero or an anti-hero. She's an egotistical, obsessed with recognition, and is willing to do crime to get what she wants.
Ooh!
Oh my God! Don't preach on us like this. She's also unethical by creating AI to mimic her dead friend. I literally just said that. Also by engaging in plagiarism and fraud at MIT. Tony Stark wouldn't have been great if it was for his money, according to her. Yet she has the richest and most technologically advanced country in her cell phone. Clearly not good at networking, and she's laughably impressionable, especially when it comes to criminals. I think she's actually a villain. Woo! V-Grade says, thank you. And it's just laughable, apparently, her runs on freaking solar and wind power. I'm telling you, I wanted to like this show. Oh. That one was rough.
I'm telling you.
Troy says it's actually one of the most enjoyable shows of Disney Plus era. Wow. Dominique Thorne is charisma. It places the MCU in a grounded reality after we had sci-fi sets, quantum realms, and multiverses as our stage. People are annoyed at nanotech. This show fixes it. Natalie and Riri have a better back and forth than Tony and Friday. So we have a
What?
supporter. Yo, we
No,
have
I
an
don't. I don't
actual
mind the
supporter.
supporter. The supporter is fine. I'm saying we. You mean to tell me that connection with Tony and Jarvis and Tony and Friday, like that his AIs that he had to work with, that nah, you're not being that dialogue. I don't care what nobody says. Like, stop it.
Jay says they're
But I don't
purposely
mind.
trying to make
Support the shit, like the shit, but don't
yeah,
go there. Don't go
trying to make
there.
minorities look
That
bad.
dialogue, they had to do dialogue in some dire situations in them goddamn movies. The world was on the goddamn line. This bitch is just trying to get back into MIT. Like, stop. I'm done. Go ahead.
Dre says, I'm not going to let these people disrespect this show like that. They gave us Mandalorian season 3, Andor season 1, and a bunch of other BS on Disney Plus. Sounds like a bot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think they're purposely trying to make minorities look bad to bring
Yes.
generic white male actors
Yes.
as protagonists.
Yeah. They're going to make us look bad. We have bad shows, and then all our shows are going to get whitewashed. All our shows and movies and characters. Watch.
Makes me never want to watch another Marvel product again. I
wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, that's a reach.
I wouldn't go that. That's wild.
Miles says, never seen it and don't intend to. Miles, every time I see your profile picture, it tells me you're not watching nothing that has any type of darkness.
Nothing.
Ploker, says, would Tony Stark be Tony Stark if he wasn't a billionaire? Even the MCU doesn't follow its own story. The thumbs down from Caesar. Yep, I don't. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Shortman60 says, I like the show a lot, and I'm supporting this project. Plus, it has Ryan Coogler as an executive producer on it. But I disagree with the hate this show has been getting. I feel because it's about a black girl who's inspired to make something of her own as far as being different from Tony Stark. People have got to start reading the comics more before jumping into conversations, about comic book characters.
But the thing is, they ain't gonna read the comics.
No, never.
No, they're not.
I'll be the first person to tell you.
You don't have to read the comics to watch. Listen, y'all, they don't have to read the comics to watch the show. I'm like, they can watch the show, like, not all source material is going to work on screen. Like, we've seen that many a times. You're welcome. But
the same, y'all really do. Same wavelength.
Listen, not all source material is going to work on screen. You got to adapt to whatever the platform is. So not everything's going to work sometimes, and that's okay. Yeah. But they need to give better. They should have gave proper care. If they wanted to do this project, they should have gave it proper care. I don't think they gave it the proper care. And that's all, because you're taking a big risk. It's a huge risk and low reward.
And I feel like, again, it's way too soon. It's way too, or not too soon, way too close to, again, Marvel's next project, which once again is Fantastic Four. So it is kind of dire situation to just keep you here, but it's not doing it. It's just like you're losing complete traction with me. All right, what else we got, Jorge? Yeah. Oh, well, here you go. Mr. Neff says first 3 episodes were good. The hate was unwarranted.
Neff, come back and tell us what you liked about the show, man. I would love to get your intake on it.
iCross says, I think the show is amazing and it resembles the Marvel everyone loved before the fucking multiverse. But I think a lot of Black comic fans are not surprised at all of all the negative comments because they do this with every single character. It's just Mackie as Cap all over again. They were never going to give it a chance.
Nah, I'm not going with that.
No.
Like,
because
it's a quality thing for me.
It's quality. Dollar Bin Bandit says, I think it's good. I feel a lot of people already went into it not liking it. Nope, that's not my Tony Stark, is what a lot of people are thinking. A lot of not the end game, and they don't want it. Not knowing Endgame was a 10-year build-up story, but I like it.
Yeah, we can't get to the build up because we're not building this shit up right. We're just
There's
going
nothing.
like do you like you two realize we're going into like Avengers Doomsday with no type of emotional uh like importance. Like this like
Right.
the stakes. Like we can't feel the stakes. When we's going into Infinity War and Endgame, we can feel the stakes building up.
Yeah.
Marvel literally built you up in understanding like, oh, this is about to hit the fan. Oh no, Thanos is going to take shit in his own hands. Like, we're just getting Doctor Doom out the blue. Do y'all realize we're just getting like Doctor Doom's just going to pop up? Do y'all get that bullshit? Like, you understand? Like, Jorge, this is like, all right, put it to you like this. Say your family, your lovely wife and your kid, they're like, oh, okay, we're gonna go see some family. You're gonna be like, all right, I'm at the crib, I'm chilling, blah 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 blah. I'll see y'all later, right? And then all of a sudden, you just get some robber pop up thinking you're not home, right? And you're like, oh snap! It's like it's not something you expected, but this robber just pops up. That's what Robert Downey Jr. is doing to us right now. He's the robber coming out of nowhere, and we didn't feel the threat. Like, all right, yeah, we're gonna throw. Let's throw this Marvel project out there. All right, you go out, Echo, have a great day. All right, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, you go have a great day. I'm chilling at the crib, right? Spider-Man No Way Home, seems like you're gonna have a great time. Cool, no problem. Okay, Agatha, you do that, and Thunderbolts, you do this, and IronHeart, you go do that in Chicago. I'm gonna be at the crib, and then all of a sudden, Roddy Downey Jr. pops up as Doom, and you're like,
yeah, right.
who knew? I'm not prepared for this. The robber's here.
I didn't know where
like it came out of nowhere. Like we knew Thanos was coming. Like, oh shit.
So
and then
basically, piggyback of Mr. Biggs. Basically, people want the Amazon Prime Marvel build-up. They want it now.
Yeah, but we don't. If they would have told me, right, we're gonna push Doomsday back, we're gonna push Secret Wars back, and we're gonna get the proper build-up of Doctor Doom going. I would love to see Doctor Doom pop up in a movie and fuck some shit up. Pop up in another movie, fuck some shit up. Pop up in another movie, just show his face. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a formula that worked. Why? There's a blueprint. The stories don't got to be the same, but the formula there's a formula for success, and they got completely away from it. Now they're gonna have Doctor Doom save the day with the Russo brothers. They're gonna save the day, but we don't have the emotional attachment. So this could be an epic ass movie, but like Doomsday can, but we're not gonna have the same emotional attachment to it going into Infinity War. What led to Infinity War possibly being the best of all these comic book movies was the lead up to it, right? And then the Russo's amazing job of perfectly pacing the movie with all these characters, and then giving us an ending that a lot of people that understood comics knew the ending was coming, but people that are casual fans but are big Marvel fans, like, that was an ending they wasn't expecting. They wasn't expecting everybody to die. So it just gave you everything. But it started with consistency in each show or each movie delivering a certain aspect of making the cinematic universe stronger and expanding, but keeping the main thing the main thing. We were all over the place. We thought we had now they were building up Kang, but then they took Kang away. So all that buildup was a waste. Now you're gonna have the robber show up at the door out of nowhere because everybody's out the crib making movies and shit. That's what I'm saying, man. It's not gonna hit the same.
Yeah.
And Fantastic Four may not. They showed unless
we already know. I told you what it is. We know
unless
what
there's some huge surprise. Like, I'll be shocked if there was a huge surprise and we're like the Fantastic Four comes to the 616 universe and it's in the middle of the movie, not at the end. But if it's at the end, we know the plot. We know the plot. We know that they're going to try to save their world. They're going to fail. And they're going to escape to our universe. And voila, here we are.
He's
Maybe
coming
Galactus
here.
follows. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe Dr. Doom follows. I don't know. But we kind of know the plot. And they played it out in the trailers. They played it out at the end of the Thunderbolts. Like, they're giving us too much.
Yep.
They're giving us too much. So I'm upset. So I say these things because I'm upset because I saw what worked before. I saw how they messed it up. I think they're throwing band-aids over the shit instead of going and get it surgically patched up.
Yeah.
I think they're just they're doing band-aids and they're doing all kinds of shit. Go ahead.
I agree, Mark, with what you just said as well too, because it's what you would imagine it would be. It's definitely higher up. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Like, it's higher up. All these people who run the whole studios and all that type of stuff, they're like, the moment that they knew the whole Kang situation was blowing up, they're just like, all right, forget that. We wanted to scrap this anyway. We're just gonna go ahead and push this, and then boom, we're there. Money is recouped and stuff like that. Not understanding that, yeah, you were still technically trying to build up something, even though you were going all over the place, but you were trying to build it. Now you want to renege on the whole thing and then give us all of this because you only concerned about making blockbuster hits. So here we are getting, just regurgitated stuff where you're expecting us to just kind of, bow, it's in your face, like it. And it's not it. It's not it. It's not going to be it. And yeah, if the movie doesn't do what it needs to do, you can't blame the fans for not liking it, because whoever's running up there, which I'm more than sure that Feige is probably like, bro, my hands are tied. I can't say anything. Yeah, it's never going to succeed, and we're just going to watch DC on the rise as Marvel declines. So that's my whole. I appreciate your because what you just said, Haas, because yeah, that's exactly how it's formulating.
Like, we're not prepared. We're not prepared, and it's just like, here comes Dr. Doom. Like, should I be afraid or?
Yeah. Fantastic Four will ultimately be a filler movie too. They've shown us that the focus will be on Doomsday. That would be their big reset. Exactly.
Damn, but that's a star-studded movie. You
got everybody in Hollywood in this movie, and it's just like, do we need all of that though? Is all you?
No, we do need it. You know why we need it? Because they fucked up, so they gotta throw everybody in there to try to make it a epic movie. That's what they're gonna do. So they're just gonna, after not taking the proper care in giving us quality, they're just gonna throw as much quality at us as possible with quantity. Quality. That's what they're trying. They're trying to hit us with quality. All right. Make sure everybody knows #quality. That is a Haas thing. All right. That is a Haasanism. All right. Quantity, quality is what they're giving us. They're giving us as many actors and characters that we would like and give us nostalgia. And they're trying to do it in this one movie, but make it quality. Like, they're trying to give us quality, but in a quantity form. I don't like it. I don't like what they're trying to do. And we're gonna probably, and not for nothing, with the Russos and everything, most likely Doomsday is gonna hit. It's a matter of how they're gonna do it, but it's gonna hit. It's just, don't think it's gonna be like Infinity War and Endgame, because you can't measure the emotional impact that both Infinity War and Endgame had because of the lead up and why we cared about the characters. I don't care about now. Shang-Chi got one of the best movies, but I don't care for him because we ain't seen him enough. We seen him one time. So I don't care about him. I don't care about the Thunderbolt characters. All right. I do care about Anthony Mackie's character, but everybody else in this movie I don't care about. Right? I don't care for Echo. I don't care for Riri. Like, there's a lot of shows. I don't care for the Eternals.
Sorry, James.
Like, yeah, like there's so many characters that we watch. Like Moon Knight. Like, we only seen Moon Knight one time. I don't care about him right now. Do you see? Like, I'm running through this shit. Do you realize how many fucking characters that they gave like platforms to, and we don't care about them?
It's because,
We
again, I
don't.
think it was just the timing, is the times that we were living in. You know, again, it was just throw as much Marvel characters at you to just keep you entertained. But, you know, I think, you know, it's time for X-Men. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole bunch of things that you guys can do with X-Men. You know, I think it's we're at that crossroads where it's like, if you want your longevity, start bringing X-Men into the picture.
Mm.
Al cares about Moon Knight. Shout out to you, Al, for caring about Moon Knight. You know what I'm saying? So,
I don't care.
yeah, is that all the comments? Was that all the comments?
I don't care about Moon Knight because they do these. See, here's the thing: they do these projects with these characters, and then we don't see them. So how am I supposed to care about these characters out of sight, out of mind? That's how I'm working. I'm sorry, out of sight, out of mind. When did the Jorge, if you're in the void, bring up what when Moon Knight popped out on the scene? What year was that? I want to know what year.
I feel like
what year Moon Knight popped up?
22. I'm gonna say I was a 22.
It feels like 22.
I feel like 22. Damn,
it feels like 22.
If it was 22, that was a while ago.
Yeah, 2022. It is 2025. No, I do not care about Moon Knight. I don't care about Moon Knight. I don't care for Shang-Chi until Shang-Chi comes back. And I don't know when he's coming back.
I was gonna sit there and say, tread softly. You know, again, you saw that kick he did on the bus.
Yeah, great. Listen, one of the better films that we got since Endgame. Period. Top 3 since we got. But, dog, that was 2000. Was that 2020 we got Shang-Chi?
No, that was 20.
Jorge, when did Shang-Chi come out?
That was 22, I think, as well, too. That was 21
No way.
into 22. Yeah, movies just opened up. That was 22.
Not Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was at the very latest 2021.
Wrong. I think it was 22.
2021. That's what I'm saying. That was a good film. That was a great film.
People saying,
he might be right. He might be right about Marvel's probably listening. He could be right. I'm not gonna throw that out. But no, are they really? But are they really? Are they really listening to the fans? Because if they listen to the fans, we should have never got Ironheart and Echo. And I mean, I like the Miss Marvel show, but probably we didn't need that either. But we got it, and I liked it. I can't wait for Jessica Jones. See, that's the shit. Give us these Netflix shows. God forbid. None of those should stop. Like, thank God we got Jessica Jones coming up because she had great seasons in her shows. Obviously Daredevil. I want to see. I want to get back into the Luke Cage universe. Like, I want Luke Cage and Jessica Jones to do their own show called Coffee.
Here we go.
I want it called Black Coffee, No Sugar, No Cream. That's what I want their show to be called. Black Coffee, No Sugar, No Cream. I want that, and I want that to star Jessica Jones and Luke Cage as they take over the inner streets of New York through all the boroughs and fight crime. That's what I want. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, well, if it does come out, make sure you contact that brother.
Yeah. But nah, all jokes aside, man, we're not getting into projects, man. How don't we have Doctor Strange 3 if we're leading into the this big multiverse battle? How is that not coming out before Doomsday? It's stupid. And then we're just gonna wait for Wanda Maximoff to pop up in Doomsday. Oh, we didn't get to the bottom line of where she disappeared to. We're just gonna have her pop up. She's gonna be the other robber that pops up.
Because she definitely did disappear. I also rewatched Multiverse of Madness. It's just kind of again, I'm going through the whole.
I still like. I love that movie. I don't care what nobody says. I love that movie. I love Wanda just chasing after folks and them being scared of her. Like, but yeah, she's gonna be the other robber coming to the door where we wasn't expecting.
I'll be excited for it.
We'll be excited for it, but shit, man.
I'll be excited for it. Just
like what?
Just
like,
need her to pop up and start doing everything.
Like
The script was written by zero Johnny V. Listen, when we cross that road for Shang-Chi, we will. Jorge, is there any more comments? Oh, there is. It was Dre. I'm actually liking it. The first half of the first episode was absolutely especially Homeboy giving Riri his big state. Who has CD players anymore? After that, I've been loving the show. I haven't been. Secret Invasion, Civil War 2, House of M, Avengers vs. X-Men, Secret Wars. Y'all can keep Secret Invasion. As you gotta admit, the multiverse did not have a
Secret
good
Invasion
turn on it.
sucks.
Yeah, y'all can keep that one. Is that everything, Jorge? Is that at all? Oh, see outside this game. But I think that's it. Hans, I think we hit the crossroads. So, general synopsis. I think the show comes out again tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Yeah, we get to finish. We'll finish the show. We'll see how these last 3 episodes go.
Finish the show. Mm-hmm.
But right now, halfway through the season, I don't like this shit. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, Secret Invasion sucked, man. And I had high expectations for Secret Invasion, and that's the most disappointing project since Endgame for me. Is Secret Invasion. That shit should have been dope, and it was the worst. Stupid. But yeah, we'll see how these next 3 episodes go, man. I'm gonna judge it for these next 3 episodes. Looking forward to the Mephisto reveal. And we're gonna see what we can do with that.
Yeah. Well, for all those that have,
Dre, I am finishing it. No, I watch everything. I watch anything Marvel. It's fine. I have no problem finishing it. I just am stupid disappointed in it. That's all. Just dumb. Just shut up. I'm trying to find all kinds of words because I just can't find the words for it. I can't. That's how disappointed I am. Because if this goes into the it's another black show that's not going to make it. And I hate that. I don't like that. Because they should have gave this proper care if they was going to do it. Yeah. Disney is stressing me the fuck out. I'm going to come out with a full I'm gonna have a full gray white hair like Magneto by the time we get done with a few more Marvel products, man.
I swear to God, if you show up with a Speedo.
See what?
I swear to God.
Man, I said the hair. You go right to the Speedo.
No, because again, it's instantly. I can't get 97. It's instantly. You say Magneto, I'm instantly. Come on, brother.
Listen, man. But in all actuality, man, I want the next 3 episodes to be dope. We are not going to get Mephisto anytime soon. I don't know, bro. I'm telling you, he's supposed to be the one behind the hood. So, enough. Oh my God.
But with that being said, for everybody that's been rocking with us, I appreciate you rocking tonight with us. You know, it's been a real one. We had a good old show. Hopefully, like you said, we'll get an update on Superman. Like I said, Haas is going to be able to go see it and everything like that.
Yes.
So we'll get an update on that one.
Fucking going.
But you can always catch us here on YouTube, IG Live, X, wherever other platforms. I think I just don't have any other ones off of it.
Word.
All the time at 9 p.m. here on your screens. But for us, for Thanks, for Haas and myself and Jorge in the Void, Party Nerds, go.
Party nerds,